BS.
Well, boys and girls, we are back with another episode of the Super BS Gamescast. Branky Poo, this is if you notice in the intro there, this is the 200th time that you've died by Pac-Man, and I brought you back to life.
Appreciate that, bro. That's what I was
Yeah,
always
you're
hoping
welcome.
for.
I'm just always working on that raise, Phoenix Downs, using them all the time, man.
You should do a rise so you don't have to worry about it anymore, okay? And that'll just happen already.
Yes, yeah. You need to just equip one so you automatically come back to life. I don't have to waste my MP trying to raise your
gotta waste this guy's MP, man.
Yeah. All right, I'm your revered, reviled,
mostly reviled,
sanctified. I don't know, whatever you want to say, man. That's up to you guys. Host, I'm Josh, aka Jank the Despised One. Is we've been calling myself for so many episodes now. Anyways, I'm joined here up, I think, is who's this guy up here? This is
It's me. It's not a Mario. It's Gerald
me.
Glassbird. How you doing? Yeah, that sounded better in my head before I said it out loud. But okay.
Well, I thought that was Mario himself on this.
I know.
Podcast.
I was convinced. I was looking for the barrels.
I wish it was Mario. I have a lot of residuals. There you go.
Yeah. Also joined here in the. No, hold on.
Other way.
Yay!
He got it.
For those watching, he's pointing accurately at the box I'm in.
First try, part 3.
It's I, lovable baby boy Brank, back from the dead and ready to break some bread with you boys. This is going to be really fun. We're going to talk about a lot of gaming today. I'm excited. It's going to be cool.
All right, and here we got hold on. No, I had it right the first time.
Use your right arm. Right arm.
I'm like pointing behind me. Right here. There we go.
There you go.
I am Hunter. I did not come with a special name. I didn't know we were doing special names, but
we always do special.
Okay,
those are real names.
I've been here for months, and I just I'm kind of slow on that myself.
We could just call Hunter Hank. I mean, we had A and K to like every name here.
That's what we're all about, Hank.
All right, this is another episode of the Super BS Gamescast. Welcome back, and we got some games. It's been a couple weeks since the boys have been together. We've been playing some things. I know. Let me start with Branky Poo over there. What have you been playing, man?
I have been playing a few things. I don't want to take up everyone's time, but I've been playing the first.
Yeah, that's enough.
Biggie.
Gerald, what about you?
The first is the biggie. I've been playing a little of a game we like to call Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I am almost done with Act 2 of the 3-act game. So it is incredibly difficult, but I probably put in about 15, 20 hours. Really, really excellent. So far, the story is incredibly captivating. All of the acting's really good. It's a really good game. I will say it's a little bit too difficult for my taste. I don't know how far the rest of you got, but I am finding it hard to keep moving ahead, as almost all the bosses have multiple layers and phases that I have to get through, and most of them can wipe me in one hit. So
they got one wiper. Is
that's all. Then they wipe me too. But have you guys been playing that at all?
So I am
be saying yes.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. Actually, I haven't played in a couple of weeks because I went on the senior trip with my students here, and then we
was it 60 pluses only? Because seniors.
Oh,
I knew you, man.
We
You're
all wait outside
senior.
McDonald's.
Not quite.
Coffee. Yeah. No. So I am. I don't even know where I am. It's been a couple of weeks since I had a chance to play, but okay. I noticed that each of the bosses has their own I don't know if I call it a rhythm, right?
Yeah.
That you gotta, that's and they jump, swing or whatever, or they'll wind up, and you gotta. So I keep getting those confused because but by this point in the game, I've had a lot of enemy types come at me, so I have a hard time keeping track of all that. But I like it. I mean, I've died a few times, but I
Mm.
keep going back for more. I keep
Can I
getting
have
lost
another?
too. Like I'll do like the same loops over and over again in certain areas because they look the same. A lot of
Yeah.
the different areas.
The game could really use an in-game map. It's kind of
Yes,
a little
yeah,
bit frustrating that there's no in-game map for there's one for the world map, but not for the individual like stages.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the game is incredibly impressive for being like, I don't know what you want to call it, like a double A game. It's got like most enemies have about 6 different attack patterns that they'll do, and each attack pattern has anywhere from 2 to 3 hits, and unless you parry all of the hits, you don't get the counter on them.
yeah,
So like if you only parry one, you'll get some AP. If you've got some pictos equipped, you might get some health back, whatever you have that works with your parry. But otherwise, you need to parry all of it, or you can dodge or jump, or there's like a special type of parry that you unlock about 8 hours in. But it's a really, really good game. There are a lot of positives, but it is incredibly challenging and difficult. And every boss has its own totally different parry window with, when you're first fighting a new boss, you're not sure whether they're going to do like a 10-hit combo or a 4-hit combo or one, right? And if it's one, then you're dead if they hit you. If it's 10, then you're dead if they hit all 10. You know what I mean? So it's like you
yeah.
have to it can be challenging, especially on your first try. And the game has a few flaws, mostly I think just due to its budget. There's no way to retry up battles immediately. You have to go back through from the save point through the
Yeah.
cutscene, which you can skip, but you still have to do that. And then if there's any like in-game cutscenes in the battle, you have to watch those. There's no way around them. So stuff like that's a little bit frustrating because there are some bosses that you come across a little bit later that have insta-kill moves, and some that are even worse that have moves that will remove the party or move the player from the
eat?
battle for the rest of
Yeah.
the. There's some ones coming up, man, that are way worse than the eating mechanic because at least you can get your character back at some point.
Yeah.
There's a lot worse stuff. And the problem is when you've got those very, very tight parry windows and you've got a boss you've never played with, that's pretty much game over if you're fighting with one person. So it's really, really tricky and annoying that they didn't give you the option just to restart the battle, like from the pause menu, right? So you could just keep going over and over and over again.
Same thing in Final Fantasy games, so you usually have to go
Yeah,
to the
well,
start
it's
point
yes.
or
I
save
mean, but
point.
I would say Final Fantasy games are incredibly forgiving compared to
Yeah.
this, right? Like you can make a lot of mistakes in a Final Fantasy game. You could waste an attack. You can hit it. For those of you who are real nerds, Final Fantasy VI, there's a boss at the first stage that's like a snail that if you hit its shell with a physical attack, it will counterattack with full lightning and pretty much like wipe a player, if not 2 of them, right? You could do that. You could hit that shell twice and you'll still survive. This game, you don't get that luxury. And often the bosses will get 2 or 3 or 4 attacks in a row before you even get one attack off. So it's really, really, really challenging. And a lot of their attacks attack all the party members at once, not just one person. So if you miss an attack, everybody. So I'm not saying this all as a negative. I just bring this about like this is a patience heavy game to the point where, I don't mean to bogart this whole conversation, but it's led me to pick up a new game today just to get a little bit of relaxation in my life. I've been missing some casual style gaming, and one of my old favorite 3DS games came out today on Steam and on Xbox and PlayStation and Switch. It's called Fantasy Life. It's a sequel to the original 3DS one where I know this probably not something people want, but you choose different job classes. You can be like a paladin or a carpenter or whatever, and you level all of them up by doing different challenges, and then you can like be like 30 of them, and it's just a very simple style game, like an old school RPG where you level up everything and everything kind of feeds into itself. So it just came out today. So I've been playing a little bit of that. And
So what jobs are you working on in this?
I haven't gotten to the jobs yet. Okay, man. I just started the intro. This is a JRPG. You don't get to the jobs right away. Okay. You get to those jobs later. They make you wait. Okay. But it is really, really fun. And I suggest you check it out. If you really want like a cozy game and you've been missing those old Animal Crossings, it's good. And then the final thing I'll just say, just real quick, I've been playing Last of Us Part 2 again. One of my favorite games. Second
part
season
where
of the
Joel
show.
dies over and over again.
Spoiler alert. Some people never
Oh, come
play
on.
Last of Us
It's like a
Part 2.
4-year-old game now. Come
Oh
on.
man, if that game came
It's
out,
actually more than that.
it's 5, yeah. If that game came out
Yeah.
yesterday,
Yeah.
you would have said that. Still, Josh. If you found out on
But
IGN,
it
you'd be
didn't.
like,
But it
"Hey,
didn't.
you would have said it though, man. I know you, man." Anyways, Last of Us Part 2 is really good. I picked up a PS Portal during the 30th anniversary with the intention of scalping it and making a little bit of cash. The
Can
second
we
hand
boot him off the
market,
show, please?
yeah,
You
and
disgust me.
I mainly
You
try to
disgust
hurt
me. Yeah, get out of here.
You try to sell it to.
everybody.
Yeah, get your.
Did you try
If
to
I
sell
had
it to
tomatoes, I would have thrown them.
scalpers, bro. Yeah,
Oh,
and some
man.
lettuce.
And if I see some game that a kid's trying to buy, grab it out of his hands, and then I buy it, and then I take it outside and sell it back to him for $10 more, just because I'm that much of a jerk. No, anyways, I bought it during the 30th anniversary collection of stuff, and I bought the controller and a PS Portal, and I thought, hey, I don't need this. I'll put it online, see if I can make $100. If you've been looking at the secondhand, and not secondhand, the new thing, but if you've been looking at eBay recently, games are not moving like they were 3 or 4 years ago. So I looked it up, and I was like, by the time I was done with eBay shipping fees, I would have made $20. So I decided, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna open it, right? I'll sell it used at some point when I'm done with it. Might as well try it out. And the PS Portal has been a blast. If you're playing it in the required settings, which is like in your home with good Wi-Fi, it runs flawlessly. Everything cloud streams perfect. It just runs remote play from your PlayStation. The controller's great. So I've been playing a little bit of Astrobot and some of Last of Us Part 2. I've had another game that I'm playing, but I'm gonna let Gerald handle that when we get to it, because it's a biggie that we've probably all been going there.
Oh man.
To HE double hockey sticks.
Hey, so you're talking about eBay. So I just noticed this
Yeah.
past week that their seller, or the eBay's percentage they take off the top is now 14%.
I think it's closer to 15 for most sites.
Is it? It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like 13 point something when I was looking at it last.
What
but
a
yeah,
surprise.
Yeah,
That's
couple that
nuts,
with
man.
a higher shipping cost right now, and you're looking at like it is, you have to sell a product, right? Like people always get so upset at scalpers, which is fair. I get it. You're buying an extra thing that you don't need to sell it so you can make some money. You know who they never seem to get upset at are these groups where it's like you have to raise your prices to $150, $200, $300 to make a profit. Like I said, the PS Portal,
Whoa.
I think I paid $220 for it, or $225, something like that after taxes, maybe a little bit more. And I was going to have to sell it for $320 to make $20.
Right.
So
well,
that's
What does
crazy.
Whatnot then? What is Whatnot's rate? If I'm
Whatnots was at 7% last I looked. I don't
What
know
is
what
Whatnot?
it's
I've
at
never even
now.
heard of this.
So Whatnot
Never
is like
heard
a
of
live action, live auction, but you have to sit there and talk while you're
Yeah.
selling
Oh.
things.
it's like this plus eBay combined.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'd be
what-
online
what
trying
is
to
it
sell
not?
like a cup, you know.
Well, I try to sell cups online all the time. That's my main business. That's
yeah,
how I live.
I know. Brink's cups, yeah. Cups with Brink.
Cups.
A
Cups with
cup,
Brink.
a cup of Brink. Yeah.
A cup of Brink. There
Yeah,
we go.
there we
Thank
go.
you.
Doesn't sound right. All right. So, anyways, yeah, Gerald. Actually, let me jump over to
Yeah.
Hunter here. Hunter,
What you been playing, Hunter.
I know you're a big Smash guy, but what have you been playing? Tell us your little bit about what you've been up to.
As of very late, I've been back on one of my age-old favorites, Terraria. I'm sure
Ooh.
it's not underground or anything, but it's just something I've been revisiting with my friends, and I think it's like one of the best bang for bucks you can get out there, because it's like what, a $10-15 game, and I've got upwards of like 1,000 or more hours on it, because anything that you can play with friends, you can do it over again, because anytime you have something with friends, you can make a new experience or a self-imposed challenge, or you can figure out new things to build, different ways to play the game. Right now, my friends and I are playing Terraria, but every time we beat a like boss in the progression, we have to go to a website that randomizes our weapon. So, like for example, maybe I defeat the King Slime with a wooden bow, and then when I beat it, my weapon gets re-rolled to like a copper sword, something
Oh.
that's really bad.
Oh, that's cool.
But all my friends, I'm playing with about 4 or 5 friends right now. We're all refreshing our weapons after we defeat a boss, and it's a lot of fun. There's just so many different ways you can take this game, and you can take it into your own hands, and the community around it is still very active and alive. And they're commonly making new mods and updating current ones, and it's a really great experience. Terraria will always be held in a very special place in my heart.
Did you
So
play the space one? Sorry about interrupting, Josh. I just
No,
have
you're
to.
good.
Did you play the? I forgot what it's called. Maybe it's called Starbound or something. But it's like a
Oh,
space style
I've heard of
Terraria.
that. I thought you were gonna say Oxygen Not Included. I haven't played that one, but my friends play that one. It's
I think
pretty
it's
good.
called Starbound. It looks
Something
almost
like that.
identical to Terraria, but it's in space. Like I
Really?
guess it's slightly different character models. Yeah, I just didn't know if you had been playing that one here. I'll throw it up on the screen so you can see it. But this is
Yeah.
if you and your friends like Terraria, you might want to check out Starbound because I remember when it first came out, it was like pretty popular. It's obviously Terraria has like it's been around for forever and they've been
Right.
doing it for forever. But this one is a pretty popular version of this because I don't know exactly a ton about it, but when I saw it first, I was like, oh, this is just Terraria in space.
Yeah,
I
it
think it's a
certainly
little
looks
bit
familiar.
yeah, it's a little bit different from that. But yeah, I just was curious if you were a Starbound fan. Anyways, go ahead, Josh, with your less important question.
Oh my
Ah,
gosh!
wow.
I need control over this studio, Gerald. I need to boot. I need to boot this guy. We
Don't
get
do
this
it.
guy out of here. This
No, no,
amateur
no.
hour here.
I feel
All
like
right.
I'm in a
You
room
can
full
easily
of
do that with one
12-year-olds.
click of the button, Josh, if you want.
The
Let me know.
ejection seat. All right. Little does Brank. Yeah.
It's
Little
a
does
button
Brank
called
know. I put an
kick.
airbag in the chair. I'm just
It's a
pressing
button
buttons.
called kick. All I have to do is just
You know
click
what? I'm
on
done
it.
with you.
No.
Yeah. Goodbye.
How'd you go?
Yeah. Get him
Never
out of
do that.
here.
You
I've
wouldn't
had
do
enough of
that.
you.
Come on, don't do that to friends.
Just kidding.
I like
No, I'm
that.
just kidding, man. I love you, man.
Sure.
Okay, so Hunter, I've never played Terraria before. So is it a dungeon crawling game with mining or with like crafting elements, or is it a crafting game with dungeon crawling elements?
B and C. So you it's a lot of people label it as 2D Minecraft with guns. And to an extent, that's kind of accurate because it is a free world game with progression at your own pace. You are able to mine, you are able to craft. You can craft potions, you can craft armor, accessories, so on and so forth. But the end goal of the game, like Minecraft, obviously there's like the Ender Dragon, which is the end of what most people call it, but you can continue after. Terraria is the same way. The final boss in Terraria is Moonlord. So you upgrade your gear, go in the progression line of all the bosses you need to beat to
I
get
think
to
his name
Moonlord.
is Star-Lord. Is the name of the final boss, okay? And he actually is friends with a raccoon. So sorry, you're wrong about that. But just want to correct you.
You might be right. You might be right.
Star-Lord.
Look at these
is his
Marvel
name.
references, man. It's
Oh,
still
man.
relevant.
You know me, I'm a Marvel head, bro.
I was like, are you trying to correct me on a game I played for 1,000 hours?
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
watching Thunderbolt all day, every day. I know all the characters. Doctor Doom and the other guy.
I was actually a big fan of Thunderbolt. That was really
Superman,
good.
Batman. Yeah, man, they're all there. We saw it.
Spider-Man and Thor and
All presents.
and the T-Rex from Blue from
Hellboy,
Jurassic
yeah,
World and
they're all
Harry
there.
Potter. They're all
Yeah.
in that movie.
I mean, Dumbledore, yeah.
Dumbledore. He's our favorite. Anyway, sorry about interrupting you about Star-Lord.
No
It was
worries.
important. People needed to know.
Clearly.
Yes.
Yeah. That's all. I was really ending there.
All right.
Well-
Hey, I gotta ask you because all right. Hunter watched me play some Power World and he jumped on Power World and
Whoa.
I did.
he played just like he caught up to me. Like it took me like 4 months to get to where I was, and he caught up to me in like a week. So what are your thoughts on Power World, Hunter?
I have some very strong opinions on Power World. I think it thrived so well for a lot of different reasons. I think one of those main reasons being that it doesn't have a lot of limitation and progression like other games do. You can go wherever you want. All you got to do is prepare a little bit. That is the biggest downside of Power World. It takes a long time to prepare. Crafting stuff and farming the resources to get the stuff can be very time consuming, But if you leave something crafting, you can leave your pals at the base to do it for you while you go out and explore. So the tedious bits can be done in the background while you're doing the main fun part and going and exploring or whatever you like to do. There's building, there's exploring, there's catching, there's bosses. It's got a lot of points in games that you enjoy in certain games, and it puts them all together. And I really enjoy that about Palworld.
But it is like super repetitive.
It is very grindy. It can be
Yeah.
very grindy to a certain point to where you're focusing on one task and getting things for just that one thing to get to the next. That is
Yeah.
my main gripe about the game.
I don't
And
like
then
that.
you get to some of those like end game bosses, like the last 3 or 4 tower bosses, and they are ridiculously hard. Like even at
It is
like
very challenging.
yeah, like I'm at level 55 and I'm still getting killed. So
Maybe you
I
need to
don't know
get
what I'm
good.
doing
Have you
wrong.
ever
You
tried
know
that,
what?
or
Maybe
have you ever tried to just get good at a game, or
even
you
in
just-
Power
you
World,
like
bro,
being
or
bad at it?
did you roll credits on Power World?
Didn't
This guy
think
doesn't
so.
know how to roll credits. I never even said I played Power World, okay, except for when I said I played it at the very beginning of the podcast last year when it came out. I haven't touched it
Yeah,
since.
it's still relevant, man. It's still relevant.
It is not.
It
There's
is.
other
There is
games.
still an
We moved
active
on.
community talking about it.
Yeah,
It is
you guys.
and
sliding down
there's
a
still
little
an
more, but-
active legal battle too over Power World, all right?
There is-
So-
Yeah.
That
still-
it
yeah.
is.
There's still
Yeah.
2 people talking about Power World. They're both on this podcast, so we've got the.
No, there's 3 if you
No.
include Nintendo.
Oh,
They,
sorry. Yeah, there's
yeah, the
Nintendo
legal
players.
You
version
you're
of
talking
Nintendo.
about Power World right now.
The other
so
dozen
sure.
people on
Oh,
Reddit would
yeah.
disagree.
There
Yeah.
are dozens of us.
That
The
Reddit
legal
board with 3
department of
people.
Nintendo would actually like to have a word with you, Brank. I just want to let you know.
It's good. I'm glad. They're probably
Nintendo
promoting
wants
you.
to have a word with whoever they can have a word with.
If that
Literally,
means more
if
money
you
for them,
if
absolutely.
you make a video game with a character in a green tunic, they will sue you.
Absolutely
That's
unacceptable.
just how they operate. All right, before we move on to Gerald, I just want to point out Hunter and a couple of the other guys from the esports team went to the Texas State Finals earlier this year for Super Smash Bros.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
Very
know.
nice.
We got a skilled Smash player right here. How did that end for us? Let's just talk about the scars, man. The scars.
They
Pretty
won.
sure we didn't we
Tell
like
me.
tie for third or something? There was the brackets were kind of weird, but we have one player that is definitely the best of us, and he got taken out earlier than we would have liked. And so I main a character named Pit from a very old game called Kid Icarus.
Very
and
yo-
so-
new game. Sorry, we're all young here, so yeah, it's a very new game.
Okay, all right,
Podcast
man.
Time capsule.
And so he's a very well balanced character, but there are DLCs in this game, and they are notoriously better than the other characters. So I was going against a character named Terry, which is from, is it Street Fighter? I kind of forget.
Fatal Fury? No, not Fatal Fury. Final Fight. What's the game with Terry Bogard, guys? It's the SNK game. Very popular.
Yeah. And so he's got some pretty deadly combos, and obviously the person I was playing against was very well seasoned and did their studying and had a lot of combos. I like to switch
Fatal
characters.
Fury. Fatal
Fury,
Fury.
okay.
Is what the game
Okay.
is, yeah.
I like to switch characters pretty often, so I rarely stay committed to one character. I like to mingle with the rest of them. So I was not as well prepared as I should have been, I think. But it was a fun experience, and I think that's at the end of the day, you just have a
You guys-
smile on your face for getting that far.
And
Yeah,
you won.
you guys,
That's the
you guys
thing you
did good.
forgot to tell us.
I was proud of you guys. You guys went far. I know Elijah went up against who's the character he went up against?
He went against Sonic, which is notoriously annoying.
That's not even a Nintendo character. Come on, guys. That's
It was a collaboration, I think.
Neither is Cloud, man.
He
but everyone
ended
likes
up-
to use him.
They used a bootleg version of Smash and added Sonic to it. Of course, he's gonna lose. You guys should have said, "Hey, guys, don't do illegal versions of Smash." He's not
True.
a Nintendo character. You should
I
say
was like,
everybody has
"Was
to
it
play as
from?"
Mario or
Modded.
Wario. The 2 characters you're allowed to play as in Smash.
Get a load of this guy, Sonic.
This guy's not
Ah,
allowed.
yeah.
No Sonics here.
Anyways, yeah. I mean, anyways, I was proud of you guys, man. But you know, it's
I was proud of me
He's-
too.
I was always proud
Thank
of
you.
Brink up
I can
there.
feel
Yeah.
It's
All
near
right,
my heart.
Gerald, what
Yes,
have you been
sir.
playing, man? We're dancing around. We made it over to you. I have a feeling I know what you're about to say.
Oh.
You've been playing, but tell me, confirm my suspicions, please.
Well, you know already that I purchased Oblivion Remastered, Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered, but I did before my Games Pass actually my Game Pass subscription ran out. I did get a chance to play about 4 or 5 hours of Doom: The Dark Ages. I will be renewing
Heck
it, by the
yeah.
way.
You
Yeah,
are
so
or not?
well, I'm going to play about 30, 40 hours in of Oblivion first.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting for something really else good to come out for the Xbox Games Pass before I
Yeah.
go ahead and delve back into it once again, because it was really on a roll, and this helps continue that roll. I liked it, but I didn't love it, and I've just found
Same way.
myself with all three versions of the new revamped Doom. I liked it, but I didn't love it. Maybe it's because I am too nostalgic for the previous Dooms, but this is a really good game. The thing is, I just run out of ammo.
Yeah,
really
I mean that's
quickly.
all the new Doom problem, I would say.
And it just is just your shield. You've got this really overpowered shield that you can still buff up, and it is just absolutely a fantastic melee weapon. But you are simply running out so quick of ammo at each and every point that you're just shield bumping everyone over and over and over, and using that element of the actual your combos. You're trying to go ahead and create combos with it, et cetera, et cetera. But I my old school mentality in Doom, I was always shoot first, ask questions later as far as the demons are concerned. And I missed that part of it where it's just frenetic, so fast paced. It's still fast paced, but this is more smooth. It's more wide open. It's more I can see everything around me. I don't have to react as quickly as I once did. In Doom, and Josh will tell you this with Doom and Doom 2, it's fast, it's frenetic. What's behind every wall, what's behind every turn. There's something there. Instantly, there's going to be a fireball in your face, that type of deal. That's what I miss. I think with the Dooms of this era is that it's just not bat bleep crazy like it once was. Even though, yes, the graphics weren't great, the systems were slowed down because there's too much on screen, et cetera, from those days. But still, it was so fast and frenetic. It was wild. I gravitate to those sorts of games, and this is a good, very, very good game. I will get back to it. I'm assuming I will be when I get Game Pass back again up and running. I just want to go ahead before I do. I just want to really have another reason to go on it besides just Doom: The Dark Ages. But this is a good, solid game, good, solid adventure. I hear it's around 20 to 25 hours. It tries to have a story. And unfortunately, Brink, unlike Claire Obscure, where I tried to get through it, I tried to get through Claire Obscure, got through a couple, 2-3 hours of it, and then I decided to go ahead and watch all the cutscenes because I liked the story.
Yeah.
I will not be doing that for Doom: The Dark Ages.
What are you talking about?
Yes,
I'm getting this from this whole conversation, Glassman, that you didn't like that they changed Doom and now you just date the demons and it's a talking simulator and you don't do any shooting. Why don't you like that? That's my favorite thing.
You run out of ammo pretty quick, so you end up just introducing them to your shield quite a bit.
Hey, there's a lot of dialogue options.
Demon Daddy dating simulator version to come
I mean,
out.
there's a lot of guns in the game, but the problem is you run out of ammo so quick. You're always going back to your default.
Is the shield a new aspect of Doom games?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say I don't like it when games will introduce a new feature and then slim down on everything else so they force you to use that feature. I feel like they should still make old thing, like nostalgic ways still available so people who want to play the game can play it like they like to. So I will say that is a thing that games do that I disagree with.
I can just go instantly to get the PC version and find someone that's probably already modded it to where I could get, unlimited guns, unlimited ammo, whatnot, but like the old days. But if you play it like the actual way the developers want you to, it's again, it leans heavily on this new mechanic, which again it's very successful. It's very good. The overall Metacritic rating is in the high 80s or mid to high 80s. So it's again another hit for Xbox, who is, and Josh, I laughed the first time I said this. Xbox is the PlayStation's leading third-party developer at this point in time. So, imagine that, saying that 10 years ago. But it is another quality and another win for Xbox. I think it's a good, solid game. Forget the story. Don't even worry about the story. They tried to put more into the story. You just forget about the story. You're just going there, killing demons. And again, if you really enjoy using that tactic, it's for you. It's for you. Absolutely. Again, for me, it's just, I wish it added a little bit more ammo, but I will be going back to it. I will be going back to it because it is something I want to continue pursuing, building up and modifying either my weapons or my shield. In this case, I'm going to mod everything to the shield and get the upgrades for that first. But yeah, overall, it's been a good few hours in Doom: The Dark Ages.
So I have one complaint about the game so far.
Where are you at? Are you just in the tutorial?
I went through the tutorial. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
We believe you.
I do.
Go ahead.
Anyways, like I missed like in the first Doom remake. Well, it's just Doom, right?
Yes, Doom 2016 is basically what it's referred to.
It had like really sick guitars in like every single battle you were in. This one does not have.
They variate it from heavy metal to EDM.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it was I like EDM, so I'm not going to argue with it.
Yeah.
There is some tranquil music at times, but mood music. But it does still sprinkle in quite a bit of the heavy metal music, Josh.
Yeah. I mean, I've I haven't had a chance. It came out while I was gone, so I haven't had a chance to really play a lot of it. But yeah, I mean, so far the shield thing's cool. I just like the world that it takes place in is intriguing. So I don't know if they go into more like lore dumps.
They try. I'll just put the keyword try.
Honestly, because that's like the one thing I guess I didn't like about the previous Doom games, that I wanted to know more about like the Doom Slayer, where he came from, what he was, and they didn't really, you just kind of got little glimpses of that from like computer screens and cinematics and stuff. So I'm hoping this one will dive more into the history of that character. But Brank, you've been playing Doom?
Heck yeah. I've only played probably about 2 hours of it. It's a lot of fun. I'm not a Doom guy. I've tried getting into Doom. I played about 3 or 4 hours of Eternal. I played probably 6 hours of 2016. Doom: The Dark Ages. This is a weird year because I don't feel like in previous years there was like Tears of the Kingdom or Elden Ring or whatever, right? There was some big title that was like demanding my time. I don't have that currently, but I am enjoying Expedition 33 enough that it's kind of the main go-to. And I can't really finish that game unless I mainline it because it's so complicated. I can't be like, oh, let me play this other also semi-complicated first-person Xbox game and this other one. All the other games that I mentioned, I'm playing on like totally different consoles. And they're normally portable besides the Expedition 33. So yeah, I played 2 hours. I liked it. I don't know if I'll go back. It's kind of how I felt about all the Dooms. I think it's another great win for Xbox for the people who want that. But it's also a time and place game that I just don't think I'll ever be interested in ever again. Right? Like there was a game that came out probably 2 years ago called Immortals of Avium, I want to say it is called.
Yes,
you guys remember this?
EA's game. That was a good-looking game. But yeah, completely bombed and
no one bought it. I think that whole studio closed. It's a sad story, but it was like Call of Duty developers. They wanted to make a single player story based first person.
Guess where
shooter.
You can play it on?
Xbox Game Pass, I'm sure. But you could have also bought it for $2 on Xbox, which is crazy. I saw it on $2 digital, which is sad. I feel like that is sadly what's happened to first person non-RPG games. Unless you are named Halo, which even Halo is not doing as good. You just can't, or Call of Duty. And even in Call of Duty, you're not going there for the single player, right? So the problem is like Doom is for a very, very, very niche market. More niche than anything, because there's so many shooting games being met that are meeting the audiences in the multiplayer
Does
space.
Doom have a multiplayer?
No,
I don't
No,
think
this
I've
one's
this one does not.
okay.
strictly single. And even the ones that did,
the
it
old
wasn't
other
like
ones?
nobody really played it, from what I understand. I think the
Yeah.
2016 might have had a multiplayer suite of some sort, but you know,
Okay.
2016 was kind of still coming off that time. If you remember when the Tomb Raider reboot came out, it also had a multiplayer suite. There was a time and place when like Uncharted, every game that came out had
Mass
a multiplayer.
Effect.
Yeah, Mass Effect 3 had a multiplayer thing because everybody's like, hey, let's get some extra money. Problem is, all of those for the last like 10 years have been bombing. Dragon Age Inquisition, all those, nobody plays them. So they gave up making those multiplayer suites, and they're now trying to do free-to-play versions. But yeah, Doom is rightfully so. They got rid of all of their extra stuff that's just not necessary.
Yeah. All right, Gerald, what else besides Doom?
Again, just said because I've told you from the
We
very
already
beginning.
told you, Josh. Do you not
Oblivion
listen?
Remastered, if that was a thing way back when, years ago, when it was actually leaked out during the course of the trial back and forth, when people were individuals were contesting the purchase of Bethesda and all that, and Activision, that leaked out. I told you I would just take my money now, and I told you I bought it. So that's what I'm getting into now. Oblivion Remastered. Looks really good.
Yeah,
I'm hoping they'll patch it up so I don't experience some of the things other people have been experiencing on it. Like the more you play it, the rougher it gets as far as the frame rate, things like that. But I'm hoping it's going to be everything I want it to be. Right now, so far it is. It's absolutely so much more better looking than when I played it last year for the umpteenth time. And as someone who's played well over 100 hours in the world of Oblivion, I'm ready to dive in for 100 more.
It's the game of his dreams, Josh. He could never ask for a better one, okay?
Well, I don't know about that.
It's like there's a dating show, and
it's in my top
the
5
rose
games
goes
of
to
all
Oblivion.
time. It is in my top 5 games of all time. I'll just
Oh, that rose! I can't wait for that smooch. When we get to that final episode of You with Oblivion,
I'll let you.
You always like
I'll
talk about
let you smooch.
smooching video games. I don't
Hey, I only
Why is this
play
a recurring
games...
topic?
This is
right.
Hunter, you haven't been here for all the lore, but in the previous time, we mainly play games with lots of smooching, so that's something that Jake may not have mentioned.
That's a great thing
we
to
He
know.
loves those dating
do smooching
Hunter.
stuff.
He loves those dating sims. I'm just
mainly visual sims with dating and lots of smooching involved. That's our main favorite thing.
Well, that brings up a point since it's a slow news week.
Best smooches of all time.
Would you like? Well, besides the best smooches of all time, because usually it doesn't look very good.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Games, but
yeah, we don't have time for that.
What games do you want remastered or remade?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Youngest first, which would be me. So I'll let you go though, Hunter, just because I'm very cool and nice. But
you don't look a day over 16.
I can't think of anything. Games that I want to see remastered. I mean, I haven't played a whole bunch of games. I would love to see something like The Binding of Isaac remastered. It's a dungeon crawler that came out a really long time ago.
Guys, you made Super Meat Boy.
Yeah. I would love to see something like that remastered. I know it still actively gets updates on the game, but I would love to see a new spin on something like it. I think that would be really interesting.
I just love how he says a long time ago, and it's 2011. So.
Gerald, that was
to be fair,
ago, okay?
That's 4 years after I was born.
Hunter.
I have a standee from Uncharted 3, which came out in 2011. Just to say that's how old.
I mean, it was a Flash game at first. You had to play it on your browser.
That is true.
There was a time before browsers, okay?
Okay, I'm not saying that's the end all be all where the dinosaurs came from, but
dinosaurs did come from browsers. But beyond that, though, there was a time before the browsers. No, that's a good call. People really like that game. I've never been able to get into Binding of Isaac. I have a hard time with roguelites and roguelikes to begin with. Binding of Isaac, I do like Ed McMillan Ed something.
It's Edmund McMillan, yeah.
Yeah, I really liked him because he was in that really great indie documentary, Indie Game the Movie. I think it was called.
That's a
And,
good movie.
I'll have to check that
It's
out.
really sad. Yeah, it's good though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
I'm a big fan of Isaac, so I will absolutely have to check that out.
Me too. Just the biblical guy. I don't like the game, but I love biblical Isaac. Okay, he's the only one I like, which is what Binding of Isaac's about. But you didn't know that biblical story. That's a good one.
I'm very aware. The story is one of the biggest parts of why I like it. It runs so deep. There's so many layers. I'm
Yeah.
very appreciative of it.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good storyteller.
Very.
What else? Branky Poo, what do you want remastered?
I mean, I'm super young, so I think for me, I probably want Last of Us Part 2 remastered again, just because
that's great.
I don't know many other games, so I'm just trying to get a remaster of Last of Us Part 2 remaster, because that's, pretty old now. No, I you know what? I would love a remake. I don't want a remaster of this. I would love a remake of Final Fantasy VI. I know it's never going to happen,
right.
and I know that
The forgotten child.
Everybody will be angry no matter what. Like, it's going to make people angry, whether it goes to action and like I'll enjoy it more, it'll make people angry, or if it stays turn-based, then it'll make like me angry. But that game has such fully realized characters in a world that is so flat in today's age, because it has very descriptive 2D art, but it's 2D. It's just a top-down perspective. You don't get the full glimpse of what that world would feel like. And between like the airship that you use to traverse the world and just all of the really great story beats, it has an incredible soundtrack. I was hoping for, like, I've heard, they're working on Final Fantasy 9 remake. I would love a 6 remake more. When they introduced, I forgot which character his name is, but he's the character who throws cards in Final Fantasy 6. He's in Kingdom Hearts 2. It's the first time you ever see him in a 3D space. And I'm like, wow, this is so cool. I would love it if they made a game like, and that was when I was Hunter's age. That's when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. So I'd love to see someday.
So you're saying like yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday. I mean, well, because I'm just a few days older than Hunter. So Kingdom Hearts 2 is brand new. So, but no, I'd love to see that. I mean, also Chrono Trigger remake, same reasons, incredible game. But yeah,
they
pretty much
said that.
Hey,
the guy that made Chrono Trigger said they're gonna remake it, or they are remaking it.
That was a mistranslation. Okay, I don't know if you read the
follow
up about
what was the follow up. I don't care as long as just remaking the game. That's what I want.
They're not remaking the game. He said something like that, but then somebody was like, "Oh, that was actually somebody else mistranslating what he said."
Misdirection. They're remaking it. I know it.
Yeah, they're remaking. He's buying all of his stock on Chrono Trigger. Okay, put it all there, and you're going to be dutifully rewarded for that. No, but I'd love to see one of those old school RPGs. I actually do think the Final Fantasy VII Remake series has been worth it. I was really skeptical at first, but I've enjoyed most of it. It has issues, right? But it was my favorite game of last year, was Rebirth. So I would definitely be interested in more of those old remakes where I just like, you know what? Another real quick, sorry, I don't mean to hold this whole conversation hostage, but one other game I would love to be remade, because it does not hold up well at all, is what is it called? It is the Sony-made PS1 first party RPG Dragoon.
Legend of Dragoon.
Legend of Dragoon. That game looked so cool. When I was a kid, I remember seeing the CGI for all the trailers, and I wanted to play it so bad. And when I finally got to play it, it didn't hold up really well. It has like a QTE turn-based style combat that just isn't fun in this day and age. That game could definitely be an awesome remake, because I bet it's really good. It's just probably buried under a lot of old school jank.
And all 10 of its prefixes.
Yeah, and there's 90 prefixes. The prefix.
Oh,
this
sorry.
may be a really...
And we mainly want to stop right when he was, okay, can you take another swig, Josh? And then we're going to stop talking real quick. So,
and then right as you're prepared to talk, then we'll go ahead.
Yeah, then we'll start talking
yeah,
again.
Please just keep interrupting me. I'm just going to, I got airbags in all of your seats. All right. Everyone's going to laugh real hard at the end of the show. Where y'all go,
you're laughing now, but I'll have the last laugh. This may be a really common take. Okay, I'm just going to go.
Okay,
this may be a really common take,
on.
But I would love. I'm not a personal Legend of Zelda fan, but I'm sure everyone else would love to see I just couldn't get into it.
That's
And
okay. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. I'm with
it's
you on
just
that
kind
one.
of
No,
it's
no.
kind of past me.
Oh,
I feel
yes,
like
yes,
I've
yes.
missed it. I didn't like Tears of the Kingdom.
What?
That's a hot take.
Whoa.
I bet a lot of
Uh-oh.
people would love to see a remake of Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, like a remaster on that.
Hmm.
I think
A
that's a really
remake, yeah.
common take, but I just had
like
to put
see
that
the
one out
remake.
there.
The 3DS remaster was really good. That's actually how I beat it the first time. And it's sad that you and the Glass Man are so wrong about Zelda. It is one of the greatest series ever. It is
I'm not-
very
okay.
sad.
The
I'm sorry that
only
you're wrong.
opinion
It's
on this
okay.
show
It's,
is Brian's. So
No, it's not.
I
And
am
never
very
said
much
that. No.
not denying how good it is. I believe it's a great series. I haven't done my studying. I don't know what it's all about, but one of the first games I
I know
got
what it's all
into in
about,
Zelda,
Hunter, and it's still pretty boring.
Glassman, he
Fest. I
loves
also
it
would
so
believe
much
that.
that he was
Let's,
mimicking the Ocarina of Time intro. That's what he loves so much is when you wake up as Link. I love that, Glassman.
let's
That's
go
our
to the
favorite
chat
scene.
here for a minute. JSJ, what Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild? Which one's better? You tell us. We'll come back.
JSJ said, "Ooh, we're talking about the Switch 2. He is fixated on getting
Don't get
that.
me started
He's
on
got
the
a
Switch
Switch
2.
2. He's getting on the way. He's trying to get everybody else to buy a $500 PS4. So yes, he's really into that.
Wait, a
Wait, so
$500
JS
PS4? You can't buy a $500 PS4
It
anymore.
went up
They're
in
like,
price.
No,
right?
you can. It's called the Switch 2.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh, come on, Glassman. We know Switch 2. And we know you're so excited for Switch 2 and you've got 5 pre-orders.
Check
and
under
you've got
that hood. Check under that hood
all-
of that Switch 2.
I see lots of you there.
You
Looking
can
for
play
some
Uncharted
shoes.
on it, man. That's what you want, right?
That's true.
what you
Yes,
wanted.
that's true. Yes, you can play Uncharted now on it. Yes.
Okay, so I really would like them to remaster Skyrim.
Oh,
Yeah, I love that. Not enough remasters. Do you want a remaster of the Xbox One version or a remaster of the Xbox Series
You
X
know what?
remaster?
I just want to be able to play it on my Samsung refrigerator. That's
Are they going to
I
do it
mean,
on
we're getting
put another
close.
version, the remaster
it
version on
needs to
another
be
calculator,
doomified.
you know, or on
Yeah.
a vacuum? 'Cause,
Yeah.
Hey,
you know,
so JSJ says Breath of the Wild for sure. So I'm sorry.
Wrong,
Frankie.
but it's close.
I've heard that too from people that Breath of the Wild beats Tears of the Kingdom. My biggest thing that I griped with, I've got like 5 hours on Tears of the Kingdom. I haven't
Okay.
gone too deep with it. My biggest gripe is the durability. It is
Oh,
so
you did. Okay, that was in Breath of the
annoying to
Wild
get
too.
around.
But real quick, counterpoint to that, because I normally hate durability in games. I think the reason why I actually enjoy it in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is because most games I find a weapon that I like, and then I use that weapon the entire game, and I never switch. And unless I get a better weapon of the same type that I like, and I use that until I get a better version, right? And most people don't experiment. The one thing I thought that they did excellently in Zelda, and I'm glad they stuck to their guns on this one, is you have to keep switching weapons. Yeah,
I
is
think
it
that's valid.
annoying?
I think that's a great way
Yeah.
to do it. I agree.
That's the only reason why I think it's actually good, because normally I'm there with you. I get sick of, like, even in Oblivion, I forgot that you had to repair everything or else it breaks. And I was like, oh man, durability, which I enjoy because I like getting my blacksmithing up. But beyond that, I get over the idea of like, oh, I got to remember to fix the durability on these weapons. But yeah, I would never have tried half of those weapons in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. And I think I've tried every single weapon, at least Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom, you can do all the combos with fusing the weapons. So I definitely have not tried like spear, bomb, some crazy
sword with a
mix.
giant rock on the end.
Yeah, I've done that. Sword, rock sword is the main thing. Okay, rock sword for people like me. Okay, who don't think no.
The caveman's weapon. See, I've got a really bad case of save your itemitis. So
Yeah,
in RPGs, I'm very reluctant to use my items because, like,
Same.
I may really need this later on. So I'm really reluctant on using the good weapons I have because I'm like, man, I only got 20 hits of this before it's gone. Do I really want to use it on this random troll? I don't know. And so that's where I'm stuck because I don't know when my next good weapon is going to be. And I don't know when I'm going to be stuck looking for one. And I think that's where I get stuck. But I do agree, the method in which they make you use different weapons is really great. It's just something that made me feel like it was really slow.
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest
a lot
with
of
you.
people
I
like that.
spent about 60% of my time in Breath of the Wild just hitting things with sticks. So I didn't even know about the Master Sword until like way later on the game. So
and then he still used sticks even
yeah.
after he got it. He didn't.
even after
Old
sticks
habits,
don't let
old
me
habits
down,
die hard,
man.
man. Old habits
Yeah,
die hard.
and the sticks are all over the place. So when the sword breaks, you just pick up the stick and start smacking things with it. But JSJ says he cannot wait to play Tears of the Kingdom on Switch 2 and pay an extra $90 for it.
By
I think
all means.
We're all in the same boat. We just cannot wait to spend that extra money.
I'll be on
Love it.
Game Pass for a lot cheaper. There you go, JSJ.
I will be on Nintendo Switch 2 playing all the coolest, newest titles with me and all my friends on Game Chat, and we'll be sharing our pictures
You're
of going
just
through
a
Mario Kart
16-year-old boy.
World.
I'll be
I'm sorry.
playing.
Are you for the Switch too?
I'm a big Switch
I've
2 fan.
officially got a thing out for you now.
Oh,
no.
The block button ain't enough. I need you
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
$500
Tears of the
PS4.
What did I do?
It's so ridiculous. It's not what you did, it's what Nintendo does, and it's what its fans do. Free PR for the most greedy corporation on the planet.
And I mean, I'm only buying 3, Hunter, so you
Hey,
can't
can
blame
we-
me.
Oh,
Okay?
Can we
I'm
move
not the
Hunter up
problem.
into-
You're only helping
Frank's
him by
position on
3
the screen?
Switches.
And it's
Ugh.
barely any. I would have bought 10, but they wouldn't let me. So I mean, I'm barely helping Nintendo. So it's like
It's
And I'm
so
just-
messed up. It's so messed up.
they're doing the Lord's work. Okay, they knew that $500 was the
That's gotta
cheapest
be,
they could
that's
make
gotta
it.
be blasphemy. That's
They
gotta be
were
blasphemy.
they were saying, hey, guess what? We can't sell it for less than 600. And guess what? They did it. They went to 500. They're taking that loss. They're
That's
losing
real generous
$100.
of them.
I'm thanking
God-
them. I'm
God
sending them
bless
a $100
Nintendo.
check per.
Yeah.
Did you know you have to
console I buy.
pay to go to their screening? Something that's commonly free to go to. Do you know how evil that is? You have to pay to see their game.
You have to
I
pay for
see
the
their thing.
instruction manual on your Nintendo
Well.
Switch 2. You have to pay to get a help guide. You have to
You-
pay.
I'm pretty
will-
sure there's a
$10 for
button
And
you
you'll
gotta
be
pay
thankful.
$20 a month for. There's
You
like
have
a
to
chat
pay
button
to
you
play
gotta
their
pay for.
game too. What's that all about?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just over here pirating my stuff. I don't even know why I
Yeah.
have to pay anything, okay?
And
these
then you have to
games aren't
pay
worth
when you
anything.
pirate it. For real, man. What's wrong with them?
It's ridiculous. I got to pay for my internet now. This is stupid.
Yeah. All right. Any other games we want to see remade? I personally would love to see Legend of Legaia remade. You guys know I'm a
You hate
diehard
this
for
game.
that game.
You've
love
never
it.
mentioned it in a
I hate it,
positive
can't
manner.
I
stand
remember
it.
him talk
Never-
about it
yeah.
once.
Yeah.
You don't like this game. You've said you'll never buy a copy of it. You don't want any copies of it. I don't know why you hate it so much, man. It did nothing wrong to you, but you just can't stand Legend of
Just 'cause
Legaia, man.
you never stop talking about it. So
I mean,
just-
it's my
hate it.
favorite
I
game. It's a
hate it.
game you hate,
Yeah.
so I love it.
Yeah.
He's shoving it down his throat. How could he like it?
No, can you just stop ruining every great thing that happens? All right?
Every time I'm there, I mean, it's Dumbledore and me, and we're all playing Legend of Legaia, and you're not invited. Okay, so that's all that matters. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So stop ruining things, all right?
I won't.
Go play Tears of the Kingdom on your Switch
I will.
2.
I
for
will
the
actually
extra
play the Nintendo
$90.
Switch 2
You
enhanced
really
edition.
enjoy grinding for those 4 sticks so you can fight Ganon again.
I will. I
there
will
you
be
go.
doing that. I'll be doing it on my second save. I don't know if you saw that, but in the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, they added a second save slot, so you can play Nintendo.
Wow, something they've
play
been doing
Tears-
for centuries?
Wow.
Saves?
So
Wait,
Tears
is
of the
that
Kingdom?
is that uncommon for
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom did not have a second save slot. You had to either
That's
delete or
evil. What?
save.
What do we pay them all this money for?
So you guys can be angry and morally opposed to great games, I guess. I'm the only person here with logic, okay? I'm just gonna go back to my Steam Deck and live my best life till my Switch
Steam
2
Deck
comes.
is something I can get on though.
Okay, there we
Steam
go,
Deck seems
right?
good.
Now he's
Yeah,
back.
don't
Yeah.
feed Brian's
Yeah,
ego
definitely.
here.
Don't feed into the
you
delusions.
You just
Yeah.
opened Pandora's box, all right?
Yeah, Steam Deck's good.
He's
you
been
should tell these other
Non-stop
fools
talking
over
about
here.
Steam Deck for the past like 3 years, all right?
It's
Is
only
that
because it's
so?
good and you don't have it, and you won't
Every
ever get
episode.
one. And I keep
he's
telling
been
you
talking
to get
about,
one.
I go to Steam Deck, guys.
Honestly, anything's gonna beat Nintendo at this point. So if it's not a Switch, I'm for it.
I like it. I like it.
Gerald
Listen,
hates
I
that.
have a
He
Switch.
doesn't like that.
I'm just
okay?
not for the
Oh, I have a
company.
Switch too.
He has
I
a
mean, I have a
Switch
Switch
too. See,
Gathering Dust.
he said he has a Switch too. He's got
He has
one.
a Switch
He's like-
also. Also is what he meant.
No,
Not
he said he
yet.
has Switch
I'm only gonna think
Did you
about
buy one
buying the
for me?
Switch too.
Frank said
when
he's got
Smash
3.
Bros. comes out.
Dude,
Yeah, I
thank
bought
you. Man,
3
I
for
appreciate it.
myself.
No, free. I do accept gifts. So if you, since you are buying 3, you are.
I'll write
getting
that
one.
down.
That's
I'll write.
awesome.
Hold on. All
Right,
right,
Buy
that's
them.
so
Three
kind.
$3.99. Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
I'll keep note of this.
I've got a gift I'll give it to you, okay, Gerald? You could just PayPal me $750,
That's
and then,
no. You said
that's my
Get the
gift.
gift. That's my,
PS5 all over
said
again.
the word gift.
that's my donations accepted.
Donation.
That's the recommended
I'll take
donation.
a donate to me.
No,
Absolutely,
yeah,
right
no,
there.
I'll take a
Donate.
recommended
Yes.
donation.
I thought we were running a
$750.
podcast, not a charity.
Yes.
What's going on?
Wait,
Yes.
JSJ just said something. JSJ just said something. He said,
No, I'm
Gerald
not ordering.
ordered
I've
a
never
Switch
said the
2.
words I ordered
He
a Switch
said it.
2. I said I
said
have
it.
a Switch
Get him, JSJ.
gathering
It's
dust.
the
in my
deluxe. He
living
got the
Get him.
deluxe version of Switch
Yes.
2 called the Switch.
It's called
also.
Deluxe Dust. That's what the game is playing right now. It's called. I'm contemplating trading it in to Retro City Games. My good friends there here in Las
You are
Vegas.
going to buy every Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering card, Gerald, with your Nintendo
No,
Switch.
I would
2
rather buy
in
the.
June.
I would rather buy the Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering card.
No,
And,
no, no.
There's only one of them. One ring. Rules them all.
You would,
Post Malone has it, man. It's off the market.
But
really?
I've got some before we leave, Josh, that I like to go ahead real quickly.
Wait,
I mean, there's a
what?
ton of games from the 2000s I would love to remake or remaster, but
Stubbs the Zombie, of course, number one.
There you go. Nice. That that actually wouldn't be too bad.
They did a remaster.
Nobody would buy it.
I
but
think
that
last
wouldn't be
few
too bad.
years
Nobody
ago.
would buy it.
Stubbs the Zombie. Did you guys ever play the Bully games? Like those were pretty fun.
Yes.
When did they re-release? When did they do the remaster? Was that? Oh, it was 2021. I guess. Yeah. Man.
I would.
Game?
I would probably remake or remaster if I was PlayStation. Since you don't know how long Call of Duty is going to last on your system, is the Killzone and Resistance.
Oh,
games.
I love
Yes.
Resistance. That was a good one.
Don't tease Jank, okay? There's no Resistance. It doesn't exist. Stop getting your hopes up, okay?
It did to us. And then last but not least, for Valve, I would go ahead. I know they're talking about Half-Life 3 there, which I know excites only people in my age bracket, but
I don't think it's happening. It's a myth.
Hunters and naysayers.
Half-Life was great series, but yeah, I'm not overly whelmed by it. I think their better series that they should focus on is the Left 4 Dead series, and I would love to see a remake of Left 4 Dead 2. I think that would translate better to younger audiences because it's so fast-paced, so frenetic, and I think it's really something I think they could do a really good job remastering. And last but not least, the Orange Box, Josh. I think that was a favorite of yours you've mentioned in the past. I think that gives you a taste of 3 different great games from Valve. I'd want to go ahead and see those remastered as well. That is going to happen, JSJ, most likely, if you hear the rumors that GTA 4 is going to be remastered.
And it will be just as
GTA
good as the
4
trilogy.
remastered before GTA 6?
Yeah, probably. It'll be just as good as the GTA trilogy remaster.
Next week, they'll announce GTA 6 2030 release date.
Nice. I can't wait.
That's what's going to happen.
I can't wait, he says in his grave.
You know what else I would like to see remade are the I used to always like to play those the Abe games, like Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exodus. I really like the but I mean I remember playing them as a kid, on PlayStation 1. I really enjoyed them. So what would a remake of that game look like, or those games?
Probably look like trash. Could you go out to your trash can and just pull some stuff out? That'd be kind of what it looks like.
You're talking about the sales for that. It will look good, but it wouldn't.
It's right next to Tears of the Kingdom. That's fine.
I'm not denying Tears of the Kingdom is a bad game or a good game.
Wow.
He says it's a bad game. Oh man, we got to end this podcast, okay? Because I'm going
ejection airbags for
you mind dropping your address in the chat so we can have a little scuffle?
Now, JSJ, if you order me a Switch 2 so I can resell on eBay, then we're talking.
JSJ, if you can order him a Switch 2, he will pay you handsomely. He will pay you double the Switch 2 price.
I will resell it on eBay and keep the profit, but I will pay him back his share of the funds. So.
JSJ, if you could just type out Brian is wrong, so we have it in writing, that would be fantastic.
I'll do that for you, Josh. I'll do that for you.
No,
Brian
okay.
is wrong. Hey, sounds good. All right, I like that.
It's incorrect, but
there you go.
I'm glad that
factually
up
on screen right there. Right? There you go.
There we go. It exists. It's legal tender now.
Yes, there you go.
That's how it works. That's how money works.
Yeah. What did you used to say to copyright things? Just say CM or TM over and over again. Yeah,
that's all you say. That's how you copy anything in life.
Hey boys, before we sign out, I gotta tell you something.
Okay.
So, my one of my daughters, Bristol, started her own venture through Oblivion today, and I gotta say, man, she was not ready for for that big open world because she walked into a church and killed everybody and was giggling at it. So,
Oh,
it
like,
looked like a true crime
unlucky,
documentary.
like father, like
Yeah.
child. There you go.
She really just went on a murder spree. So
How far
I'm
did
a
she
big
go, though,
fan of
before
Bristol.
the
She's
guards
really
come?
sweet. I didn't
she
expect
was.
that move
I
from
mean,
her.
obviously she's got some things, man. I'm just kidding, but
Underlying motives.
Yeah,
Stop! You violated the law.
she was having a good time knifing
They tell her
people.
that. Have they told her
Yeah.
that yet? Have the
I don't
Guard?
know. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know exactly where she was
Because
at.
if she killed and killing in the game is not going to get you in trouble with the law. It's when you steal.
I know, man. She stole a horse. She stole a horse and then murdered a bunch of like people in
Did she
robes. So
But I
kill the
guess
horse?
she's fine. Then. She can
Yeah,
go
it's
in the
fine.
next town, no problems.
yeah, it's all good. Anyways, it's just funny to see like, when I first started playing Oblivion, I was really careful not to kill like any NPCs. Like back when the original one came out, because I wanted to play the game right. I wanted all the achievements, but she just goes gung ho in there and starts killing everybody. So
And then she said my dad made me do it over and over again on a live Twitch chat. And she said, hey, this is not a safe environment. So it's all right. We got to report it here. So I'm glad that we're good now. Or else I would have had to worry about
All in the
telling the
clear.
police.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyways.
bros. I'm going to beddy bye. I'm tired. I'm a
Yeah,
tie
real
boy.
dark. Yeah.
I got to get tall and big because I'm growing and I need to grow. Okay. So
Couple
All
days older
and
than me,
big.
and it's 9
Yeah.
p.m. Bro's thinking about hitting the hay.
Oh man, it's
yeah.
actually it's 7:17.
Brush his teeth. with
Hunter,
the
you need to learn
Sesame
about your
Street
time.
toothbrush. Go get that onesie on, the Pikachu onesie. Is gonna go night.
Yeah, maybe the Snorlax is safe for special occasions, so the Pikachu makes sense.
Yeah, well, I take Pikachu to bed with me every night. Okay, so last loss on you. Okay.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out on iTunes and podcast.com, Spotify. We're on a few others. I think we might have gotten removed from a couple other things because
Yeah, I've been reporting us every time we do anything. So
no, I think Spotify has been like taking off like what sites they're distributing to. So I don't know. I got to look more into that. But definitely find us on iTunes. It's where all the cool people listen to podcasts out here. So tune in, leave that review. We're always happy to have some reviews. And until next time, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Amen.
Thank you guys so much for having me today.
Well, we'll talk to you soon, Hunter. You'll be there next time, okay?
On, yeah.
See you guys. Super. BS.